Welcome back to Alkea, The Legend of Empira. Chapter 3 Ferrick Vatten. Off the coast of California, deep beneath the ocean, there are underwater cities. They're designed to accommodate millions of people and relieve the pressures of land based populations. Most of the water dwelling animals, as well as merfolk, aquatic elves, and water nymphs, live there. One of the main races of the underwater are the porpoiseans, half man, half dolphin or whale. They have blowholes on the top of their heads and retractable dorsal fins on their back. Their fingers are webbed and their feet are like short body surfing fins. When they put their legs together, it forms a powerful flipper. This is the story of one porpoise named Ferrick Vatten. Ferrick was jolted from his deep slumber by the piercing sound of the alarm clock on one of his nightstands. He reached over and hit the snooze button, and closed his eyes again and tried to recall the dream he was having. There was something about a fire, but he couldn't see it clearly. Just before he drifted off, the alarm sounded again. It was 6:10 a.m. Time for him to start his day. He grabbed the remote off his nightstand and pushed a button that made the home's dome ceiling up to his room open up, revealing the underwater world around him. The sun was just barely rising, and the light was cast rippling shadows across the floor. Frank looked through the glass out into the murky depths. A giant form glided slowly by out of the darkness. There was a couple of blue whales feasting on a cloud of krill. It was September, and the whales enjoyed being off the coast of Southern California with a bounty of food. Ferrick could hear their deep bellowing singing resonating through the plexiglass. He spoke cetacean, so he could understand what they were saying. The blue whales were awfully chatty and excited about their breakfast. Yes, I know it's good, Ferrick said as his stomach rumbled. Now it's time for my breakfast. He walked down the tube and into the main sphere that was lit dimly by blue track lighting. There's a large living area filled with big plush couches and a dining area with a long table seating enough for 20. Eric lived with a pod of about 64 patients. They were a tight community that lived in a cluster of underwater spherical apartments. They shared living spaces and amenities. He made his way into the kitchen, his personal favorite room. There were stainless steel appliances and an island in the center for preparing large meals. Eric opened the refrigerator and pulled out his favorite dish, wild Alaskan salmon. He mixed it in a bowl with some whole grain rice and soy sauce, and stuck two squares of seaweed in the toaster. After a couple minutes, the aroma of toasted seaweed wafted through the air, and one of Favorite's favorite smells. A seaweed toast popped up, and he placed it on the plate. He took his morning meal and seated himself at the large empty table. As Ferrick was eating, he heard footsteps down the corridor. Morning, Sunster, a booming voice said. It was his father, Kobold, a huge muscular Popetian with a big barrel of a stomach. He was the owner of an underwater welding company, but let his children run it now. He also managed several underwater apartment complexes. Good morning, Papa. Did you sleep well? I slept like a lumberjack, sawing logs all night long. I'm surprised your mother hasn't gone deaf yet. That's why she wears earplugs every night. It really saved our marriage. What, what does the union have you working on today? We're building the new fish farming facilities off of Palos Verdes. Well, that's great, son. You make me and your mother so proud. You'd make your mother more proud if you found yourself a nice cow and had some calves already. Papa, I just got out of the Navy SEALs. I'm in no rush to settle down. Besides, Mom has 5 other calves that are giving grandkids already. Wouldn't kill her to wait a little longer for me to do it. What about that nice cow from 212? She's built just like like a brick house. You mean Bertha? She's as lazy as a walrus. You know how they like cows that are sporty in shape and take care of themselves. She sits around watching soaps and eating bonbons all day. I really don't like any of the cows within our pod. There's a whole ocean out there to explore. I'm not going to settle for something in my own back pond out of convenience. Well, suit yourself. You know I want you to sow your wild oats, and you know I live vicariously through you. You and all your brothers and sisters have followed in my wake with the family business. You even served in the Navy like me and your grandfather. You're a talented welder, Ferrick, but I've always known you were destined for greatness. You've got to swim your own path and go where the currents take you. Thanks, Papa. That means a lot to me. Well, I better be getting to work now. Good talk. All right, son. So have a good day. And one more thing. I heard there might be a leak in the natural gas line. We've had several complaints about the water not getting hot. Jim from 112 says he smelled rotten eggs the other day while he was on the south side. I told him it was probably his own brand he was smelling. Fred chuckled. Okay, I'll check it out when I get home. Thank you. Can you let Celia out when you leave? Sure thing. See you later, Papa. Fred grabbed his lunchbox and his gear helmet and headed into his garage. Celia is the family's pet sea lion. He was sitting in his bed, his ears perked up when Ferrick walked in. Good morning, boy. Ready to go outside? Terry got up and shook his eyes and his head excitedly, yes. Fred pressed the button and took the rear hatch, opened up in the floor, and Celia slid through it. Fred could see Celia through the window, swimming about in graceful circles. Fred got into the submersible vehicle and started to press the garage door open the hidden from his sun flaps. And the floor beneath his step opened up. Fred's vehicle sank into the water and he drove off to his job site as the door closed behind him. Fred's submersible vehicle is powerful, powered completely by water, by splitting the water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen by the process of electrolysis. The beings that dwell in the water rely on wave and tidal power to provide them with limitless renewable energy. The government still continues to use archaic methods of fuel such as oil and coal, despite the people of the water's protests. Offshore drilling has caused a lot of pollution to the environment. The general population is unaware of is that oil is blood of the great dragon that has seeped deep below the crust of Alkaya. Poisonous fumes produced by its products is designed to slowly destroy the planet and its people. Eric got to his job site and began building the fish farming facility. His helmet acts like a fish's gill and filters air through his blowhole on the top of his head. On deeper jobs, he uses a breathing liquid that fills his lungs with fluid, allowing the pressure in his body to match the pressure of the surrounding water. Aquaculture allows for large supplies of fish to be farmed according to demand. It helps keep the natural ecosystem in balance while meeting consumer demand. Farm-raised fish are more nutritious than their wild brethren. Farm fish are fed nutrient-rich foods and pellets, and a variety of proteins that make them healthier than wild fish that may have been exposed to dangerous chemicals and pesticides. After a full day's work, Fred came home to his pa's apartment complex. He pulled into his garage and unloaded his welding gear. He remembered what his father said about the natural gas line, so he dove down to inspect it. Sure enough, on the south side of the building, the gas line was slowly leaking. You could see small bubbles rising to the surface. Fred got his torch and helmet and went to work. It was just a routine and easy job until something tragic happened. All of a sudden, there was a surge of power that electrocuted Ferrick, rendering him unconscious. The torch fell from his hand and began to build up a cloud of hydrogen and oxygen. The flame from the torch ignited the cloud and caused an explosion that flowed through Ferrick's limp body back 20 yards. The blast ruptured the natural gas line, triggering a chain reaction that caused the whole complex to combust from within. The flames quickly ignited anything flammable within every room. When Ferrick finally groggily regained consciousness, he was horrified at the sight he saw. He could see everyone frantically pounding at the windows with sharp objects, futilely trying to break through the thick acrylic. Why is this happening? Why haven't the sprinklers gone off? Why is everybody still trapped inside? Those were the questions that raced through his mind. He quickly slammed back to the garage opening and was surprised to find the door shut with his welding torch pinched inside. Eric tried to remain calm and used his wrist communicator to send his distress signal to the Coast Guard. Eric racked his brain for a point of entry. As every second slipped by, his entire pod was closer to a fiery demise. He had a flash of an idea that struck him like a bolt of lightning. He quickly swam over to the seal door and began pounding away at it until his knuckles began to bleed. The door gave just enough so that he could slip his fingers inside. Using his boosted strength and the adrenaline flow through his veins, he pried the door apart. He tried desperately to fit through the opening, but his hooks were just too broad to make it. The room was quickly filling up with smoke. He could hear the screams of his people. He let out a high-pitched whistle repeatedly until a few minutes later, Celia came bubbling in. His slippers had been burned. "Cellular, go find Dad!" Eric shouted intensely. Cellular limped off down the hallway. In a few minutes later, Cobalt came running into him. "Dad, what happened?" Eric asked in bewilderment. "I don't really know, son. All of a sudden, I felt really sleepy, and the gas line exploded and everything caught fire. I didn't smell the gas leak. The sprinkler system failed to operate, and all the exit doors were sealed, as if there was internal flooding. The code won't work to open them, and I can't override it," Cobalt said as he wheezed and gasped. "We tried to put the fire out with the extinguishers, but they're all dry now. I don't understand. Everyone in here, we're trying to fit the small ones through Celio's door." We rushed back down the hallway and summoned everyone together. The rest of the pod came into the garage. Some of them were carrying a wounded and unconscious. "All right, everyone remain calm. We can get everyone out of here alive. Cows and calves first, and then they can assist the wounded to the surface. The Coast Guard is on the way. He should be here soon. Hopefully they can widen Celio's door enough to fit the rest of the bolts through it," Ferrick said in a commanding voice. Cobalt began handing Ferrick the young calves through the opening. "Take a deep breath and swim hard for the surface, young ones, and wait for your mothers," Ferrick said as he helped them through. After the cows fit through, he passed the injured and elderly to them, and he helped carry them to the surface. "All right, now, Mom, when the Coast Guard gets here, send them here with the welders and emergency medical technicians team." There were only 10 bulls left, including Cobalt, that were too large to fit through the opening. The room was thick with black smoke and was filling with deadly carbon monoxide gas. The rest of the males were coughing and gasping for breath through the blowhole. Quickly, Ferrick removed his helmet and said, "Here, everyone take turns using my helmet. Stick your head into the water to grab a fresh breath." We both inhaled deeply using Ferrick's helmet and moved down. Patients are able to hold their breath for almost 15 minutes. All of a sudden, there was another explosion from deep within the complex, sending a fireball into the garage. "Everyone, get down!" Ferrick yelled. He could only duck into the water as he watched in horror as the flames knocked everyone out. His sub caught fire and soon exploded as well. When Ferrick surfaced from the opening again, he saw everyone lying passed out on the ground. His father was within arm's reach, and he grabbed his hand and pulled him closer. "Dad, wake up!" Cobalt did not respond. Ferrick shook his father's arm vigorously, and Cobalt slowly opened his eyes. "I love you, son. This is not your fault. Tell your mother I love her too," Cobalt said with his last breath as his eyelids slowly closed. Ferrick felt his father's hand still on. "Dad, hang in there. Help is almost here." Ferrick held his father's hand for a few more moments. The smoke was so thick and black there was no visibility. His eyes burned and he was out of breath. He reluctantly released his grip on his father and slipped back through the hole. Just then he saw a couple of aquatic LVMTs, some firefighters and a team of welders swimming toward him from the surface. The firefighters and EMTs easily slipped through the opening and brought a hose with them to extinguish the flames in the garage. The EMTs began administering aid to the fallen Propecians bulls, but it was too late. The life force had been their bodies. They tried to use using their defibrillators to jumpstart their heart, but to no avail. Eric was witnessed the EMT shake his head, and the other EMT remained within his lunch. Eric swam down in the depths of the pain and frustration and reached the bottom where they carried the lungs of the water. Ooh! After the welders had cut open the seal door wide, they carried the cadavers to the surface and placed them in the deck of the Coast vessel. Eric was on board now with the rest of the surviving pod. When they placed his father's body on the deck, he held his mother as she sobbed hysterically. He felt an overwhelming pain and burden of guilt rushing down on his shoulders every time he breathed. Big salty tears streamed down his face. He was raised to be a strong and stoic. This was one of the only times he had been overwhelmed with emotion and moved to tears. Ferrick gave a report to the authorities explaining what had happened. He had told them that how he had experienced an electrical surge and was knocked out while leveling the gas line, and his torch accidentally triggered an explosion. He told them how the sprinkler system had failed to operate and the exits had been sealed, and they were unable to override them. After an investigation of the complex system as a mechanical malfunction, Ferrick was charged with voluntary manslaughter, which is a Class C felony. He was given the maximum sentence for the state of California, which is 15 years. Ferrick was sentenced to a maximum security facility. His entire family caught this on laying in for the deaths and the destruction of their home, safe for his living. She was the only one who visited him and sent him care packages and his favorite treats, seaweed and salmon. He was there for 3 years until something magical happened. Dun, dun, dun.